Okay, this video we will make showing how to change the cutter and the sanding belt. Okay, this is the milling cutter head. Okay, and this is the sanding belt head. For the cutter, inside this is the spindle. Okay, this is the belt and the motor. This is the spindle inside. Okay, this is cutter, spiral cutter. For the cutter changing, when we before we change the cutter, we need to lock the spindle. How to lock the spindle? We have a device. I will show you. We can check this part. This part is the locking device for the spindle. Okay, here is a frame, spare frame. Okay, we can put this device, make the hole go into the square metal. Okay, and we put here and move the cutter slowly. Okay, this device will be going to the slot of the spindle screws. Okay, we can check it again. Okay, we can check this one. But for the spindle lock screw here have the slot, have the two holes. Okay, we can slot. Okay, for this one we can check here have two screws. Okay, have two screws. So this one go into the slot of the spindle screws. We lock it. Okay, so we cannot move the spindle. That means lock correctly. Okay. Then we will need to uninstall this spiral cutter. And at the bottom of the spindle, there is a locking screw. We can check it. Okay. It's difficult because my camera is difficult. Okay, we can check it. Maybe you can see it. Okay. At the bottom there is a lock screw. On the lock screw there also have 4 pieces nuts, locking Allen screws. Okay. Before we take off the spindle, we need to loosen the 4 screws firstly. Okay, and then we use another device to unlock this. These screws. Okay. On the locking screw, there also have 4 holes. We can put this device by the 4 screws inside the holes. Okay, we can find it. So, okay, I put it. Okay, I put it. Then I use a handle to turn off this device and loosen the locking nut and take off it, and then we can take off this spiral cutter. Okay, for me because it's difficult to take the video from the bottom, so sorry for this. Okay, it is easy. Okay, if you study the spiral cutter locking system correctly, then you can understand how to use the devices to loosen and take off the cutter. Okay. For the sanding belt, it is same. It is same method to change the rubber roller. Okay. This rubber wheel, it is easily wearing in the working, so it is a wearing part. You need to change it after the rubber wheel is weared off. Okay. How to change the sanding belt? We can check here. Here is a safety hood. We need to take off this safety hood firstly, and the sanding belt is here. Okay. Here is a cylinder. Here is a button to control the cylinder. Okay. When we push it, okay, we see the cylinder will act, and the belt is loosened. Then we can take it out from the top, okay, and change the sanding belt, change a new sanding belt. For the belt sanding, It's better by 2 persons. Okay, by 2 persons is easy to change it. Okay, that is a changing way for the sanding belt. After in changing the sanding belt, maybe we need to adjust the sanding belt running on the rollers, on the aluminum wheels and the rubber wheels. Okay, make it sanding correctly. Okay, here is a adjustment device, so we can check here. Okay, here is a screw bar. This screw rod can track the sanding belt on the wheels. Okay, how to adjust it? We can check here. Here has 2 locking screws. Okay, before we adjust the screw bar, we need to loosen these 2 screws. Okay, after loosen these screws, we also loosen this nut. Loosen this nut and use a wrench to adjust this here. Adjust this here to rotate the screw bars to check the sanding belt running on the wheels until the sanding belt run correctly on the wheels. After everything is okay, we need to relock this nut and these 2 screws. Okay,